Triumphant on YouTube, I have great news. But first, your daily dose of Daisy, and she might be loud with that crinkle toy. Really. All right, we're gonna power through the crinkles. Okay, so the bad news for me is TikTok has officially crapped the bed. They've changed their algorithm. They're suppressing the hell out of political content. My views are being so massively suppressed. And that sucks because I've been showing up every day for 9 months. No, it's fine. It sucks, but it's fine because I honestly feel like this was kind of a nudge from spirit because I was feeling the need to expand out of the way I was making content, which was feeling into the moment, feeling into the energies of the day, mostly over there on TikTok, and then creating content for that audience and then reposting here to YouTube. I was needing to switch it up. I was needing to expand, and now the moment has come. Okay, so the too long didn't read is I will now be focusing on YouTube first. YouTube has a totally different vibe from TikTok, right? It's less of the moment, more long form. People like to get into the details. We like to put on a YouTube, listen in the background while we go about our business. We don't mindlessly scroll on to the next, right? At least that's how I use YouTube. I find my favorite creators, put them on in the background and listen to it while I do other things. And I really have that sort of like hanging out in the room with my best friend kind of feel to it. But this all comes as I've been kind of facing a crucial juncture in my work. Because I was never a political psychic, I was never a predictive psychic, but then the moment happened. The 4 a.m. club moment happened. I have risen with it and grown with it and sort of been keeping up with what the energy of the moment calls for. But I am so much more than that. And although I have been bringing you my best with insights, spiritual insights on the political happenings, on current events, I've been weaving ascension with messages from spirit, with political commentary, with humor to help us lighten the mood. And of course, all of my insights on emotional healing. I've been bringing all of that to you. Now that's not necessarily going to change. However, what I'm really excited to do is get back into my depth as a channeler, as a priestess. I don't channel at all for social media. And on the one hand, I think that's appropriate because channeling requires a bit of reverence. Not that it has to be so serious, but, you know, especially over there on TikTok where people are just scrolling, this is precious, sacred material that I'm creating while in trance, while I'm channeling the divine. And I don't like flinging that out there for people who are just going to subconsciously take a hit and then move on. This deserves attention and care. And those who are truly tuned in, something really magical happens. No matter when you see a piece of channeled content, you could see it months, years even, after it was created. If you are truly tuned into that energy, it becomes present and it becomes exactly what you need. And I've even had instances, both for myself and others in the comments, where either I've created something or I've watched something that someone else created, and then months later, someone comes upon it and it becomes applicable for that moment. It answers their exact question for that moment. Channeling is a divine co-creation. And while I'm just focusing on energies of the day, although I do bring through very prescient pieces of information, I want to get into my depth as a channeler to co-create more magical transmissions with you and for you. Now, I don't have a full strategy yet, so I can't tell you what this is going to look like. I mean, side note, I never really do a full strategy. It is very spirit-led. It's very intuitive. But what my high-level idea of the moment is, whether I create weekly content or still daily, it's going to be tuning into the energies of my audience on YouTube, what you need right now, and what spirit can deliver for those who will see the message in the future. Now, I'm not going to be talking about wildly different things. I am an ascension teacher. I am a channeler. I do have perspectives on human evolution that intersects with this moment in time, especially politically in the United States where I live. I'm involved in this every single day. But I'm going to be able to get into more depth and to expand more into the mysticism, into the bigger picture. I'm also not going to be leaving TikTok. I will be creating videos for TikTok, but I think they're going to be more shortened versions of what I create for you on YouTube. So we'll see how this new kind of hybrid strategy goes forward. So what I'd love to hear from you now in this video, can you please comment with what you've appreciated from my videos so far? Like, what topics have I covered that you have gotten the most benefit from? And what would you most like to see in the future? Also, out of curiosity, if you're so inclined, I would love to know how long you've been with me, because a huge part of my audience over on TikTok has been with me since November, since the big 4 a.m. Club Awakening. And so, yeah, I just want to know, when are you joining me from? What is your conception of what I do? And what would you love more from me? Like I said, my number one co-creator is with Spirit. This is divinely led, but I do care about you. I care about my audience. I read your comments. I try to stay engaged in what you're going through. And so I do want to create content that is meaningful and helpful to you in this intense moment in human history. So thank you so much for being along for the ride. I'm really excited about this new direction. I mean, full disclosure, I'm really pissed at TikTok. I'm really pissed. My videos were crushing it lately. I was having an average of like 30, 40,000 views per video. And today's video, I can't get to break 5,000. That has never, ever happened. In the whole 9 months of the 4 a.m. Club, never happened. So when one door closes, a window opens. And I'm really excited to shift gears, to expand in my abilities, and to bring even better content for you here on YouTube.